Hello everyone and welcome to Infused Transitions. I am so glad that you are here. Thank you so much for stopping by. For those of you who are new, if you want to know a little more about how I read and or about myself, you can find that information in the description box below. For those of you who are returning, thank you guys so much for your constant and your continued support. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Let's see. Always only take what resonates and leave the rest, guys. Let's see. For those of you who are new, you may not know that, this is what I was drawn to pull out. I wanted to work with my new self-created deck, Little Gems. And these were the decks I was called to pull out to accompany the reading. I may use some of them, all of them, and sometimes, once in a blue moon, I end up using none of them, and I'm directed to grab a completely different set than what I was directed to use or called to pull out at the beginning. And that's perfectly fine. That's just sometimes energy shifts and, you know, you go with the flow. Always, let's see, I'll only take what resonates with the rest. I already said that. And let's see, we're going to get going, I think. Let's see. You can also, you'll find the information to my website or the web address. It's infusedtransitions.com. I am a multidimensional ascension coach. If you're curious about that, what that is, or what kind of services I offer, you can find that information again at the infusedtransitions.com website. All right. Most High, what messages do we have for our collective infused transitions? What messages do we have? Thank you. Okay, get one more. Nope, thank you. Okay, so we have memories are trying to show and tell, so you can release with no repeat. Memories are trying to show and tell, so you can release with no repeat. And then we have find your way of manifesting. What works for you? And then practice it often. So, maybe for some of you, you're trying to manifest something, or even you're just trying to learn how to manifest in that is your way of manifesting, but there's something getting in the way, or there's something that's specific you're trying to manifest, but it's like every time you try, you keep getting this, whatever this is. I mean, it could be something as general as just anything that I just end up getting what I don't want instead of what I do want, and that would be your repeat, right? But there's something in your memories. There's something in your memories that's trying to come to your conscious awareness, or that maybe even is there and you see it, but you're just not seeing it for what it is. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Where are we going from here? Where do you want me to? Okay. This is interesting. So yeah, and you know, we can even manifest we can manifest conscious awareness, right? We can manifest conscious awareness of our memories. You know, finding that guided meditation if you need to, or guiding yourself through a meditation, even if that means you record it first of what you're wanting, and then you listen to it later where you don't have to be walking yourself through it, so to speak. In an active moment, you're just listening and actively listening to yourself and going through that, versus trying to think it, speak it, relax, and manifest. You know what I mean? What else do we have? What else do we have? Okay. What else do we have? Wow. Okay. Calm down here. That's too many. We can't take out big chunks like that. Let's see. So it would have been this way, and then this way. That's still a lot, but let's see what they have to say. On the bottom of the deck, we have become limitless. Become limitless. Okay, we have hope. Call it in. Heal it. Allow it. Expand it. So there may be some of you who are feeling like you've been through the ringers is what I'm getting. Maybe you felt like you've there's just been I'm getting through the ringer, overwhelm, like you've just given up. It's like, why bother with hope? There's no point in hope. I don't believe anymore. I don't have faith anymore. I just don't believe in hope anymore. These are the kinds of things that I'm getting. So I would say that these may be either the way you believe or they are how you feel. And it's creating that discomfort within, because it's time to start being aware of these things so that you can heal. And here we have hope. Again, it's call it in, heal it, allow it, and expand it. Right? And the memories are trying to show you. They're trying to show and tell you so you can release this stuff. So you don't have to keep repeating things. Okay, so we have hold your ideas and your steps closely to your chest. So there may be some people in your circle that aren't in a place or a space to be supportive of your journey, of this part of your journey, or of where you're going. There could be somebody close that, even if they have no idea they're doing it, maybe it would be completely unintentional, but maybe they would end up sabotaging it if you go out there and you say, hey, I'm going to go do this, 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 and this, because I'm going to do da, 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 da. And, you know, that can a lot of times put people into a panic around us, because they're like, again, they may be totally not aware of this at all, but on some level they can be like, no, she can't, or he can't do that, you know, because if he or she does that, then where's, you know, they'll be gone, they'll leave me, blah, 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 you know. That's their stuff. That's not your stuff. That's not for you to work through and heal. That is for them to decide that they don't like being that way and doing their journey. This is about you and your journey. I'm hearing quiet steps. So it's not like tiptoeing around somebody, which is very different. This is just about you doing you, and not... So they're explaining it like, you know, there's that person that they've just been turned on to something, whatever it is, fill in the blank. They've just been turned on to it, and now everyone they talk to, it is about converting them from, you know, this way of eating to this way of eating. Converting from this kind of music to this music, from this type of eating to this type of eating, from this type of sleep to that type of sleep, from this kind of parenting to this kind of parenting, you know, whatever the case may be, right? And they get to the point, they're so passionate that it goes overboard, and now they're just being obnoxious, obstinate, pushy, arrogant. It's my way because my way is the right way, right? And that's what they're showing me, is, you know, you don't want to go into that energy, but you also don't want to receive that energy. So that's why they're telling you to hold your ideas and your steps closely to your chest. Just go do you. Just go do you. You don't have to be secretive, but it's not about broadcasting it and waiting for a family event and then going, okay, well, I've decided that from now on I'm being vegan, and therefore you people are all wrong. And, you know, because it's not a good dynamic and energy for yourself and or for anyone else. So, oh, wow. See, this came out in the last reading. Positive affirmations may support and assist you at this time. So you may be facing some challenges, whether you're that person that's doing that, you know, pushiness, or someone else is pushing that on you. It really is important to do your positive affirmations. And again, like I've said, and I say this often, you know, create your own recording of yourself. Get yourself grounded, get yourself connected, get you someplace quiet, and record your own affirmations. You can type up a list, write up a list, you do it off the fly, whatever works for you, but create your own recording of affirmations and listen to it a lot. You can have it on in the background. You don't have to just sit and, okay, let me just sit and listen to this and do nothing. No one says that. You can do that if you want, but no one says you have to do it that way. You can do it that way. You can just have it playing around in the background on a loop. You can listen to it on a loop as you go to sleep and let it play throughout the night, nice and quiet, like barely can hear it, so it doesn't disturb your sleep. I mean, there's options and choices that you could do, but there is a need for bringing in, I shouldn't say need. It is very beneficial for you to bring in some positive affirmation support. Calling in, and maybe in your positive affirmations, calling in, being open and willing to receive into your conscious awareness, what your memories are trying to show and tell you. Calling in your hope, bringing in this beautiful healing energy around hope, right? All right. You don't need the approval of others. Again, so fitting, so fitting. You don't need the approval of others to do you. You don't need the approval of others to find your path, to go through your journey, to make your mistakes and retake again. You know, we don't need others' approval for those things. And just be aware, again, everything has a ripple effect. When we start shifting and changing, trying to get ourselves into better alignment, in whatever way, shapes, forms that takes for us, there's going to be people who are not going to be supportive. There's going to be people who don't like it. There's going to be those naysayers, those downer people, right? And then they're just not aligned for you anymore. It's just how it is. And you never know how your actions can affect other people, and our actions can affect other people in a uplifting way or in a dragging down way, right? And it's not about doing for other people just to make them feel better, to make their journey, but this is about you being authentic for yourself and rising in through your ascension and going on your journey, whether they approve of it or not. And if you have disapproving people around, right, that may explain why you're struggling in the hope. Maybe that explains why you're being told you don't have to go out and broadcast to everybody, I have had this epiphany and I'm going to do this, and this. But again, you don't have to oh, see you later, I'm going to go do whatever, you know. And it can be just I'll be back later, I'm going to go to the gym. What? You're going to the gym? Yep, bye. You know, I mean, it doesn't, you do you, obviously. You know your situation. You know everything I don't. I'm just saying, you know, you don't have to make it a big announcement. I love this one. Galactic Guardians. Galactic Guardians. So, I feel like there's, this to me was a card that it's funny because I feel like a lot of people would look at this card and go, but how does that fit in? Well, actually, you know, if you're here in this channel and you're either you're new and you're, you know, dipping your toe in, or you're just curious, or whether you've been here for a while, or you've been here from the beginning, or you're anywhere in your journey, right? I feel like you're aware of the fact that Earth and all that is on Earth is going through a transition and transformation. It is going through paradigm shifts. It is going from one dimension to a different dimension. And there are galactic beings, cosmic beings, and we do have galactic guardians. So I feel like you do have some galactic guardians who are available in helping and supporting you in your journey. And I think that that is so incredibly beautiful and powerful. Nope, something flipped. What flipped? Oh, there it is. Playfulness. Playfulness. Honoring the child within. Honoring the you that wants to come out and play. Not needing everything to be so serious and stark, right? We can go through our journey in a lighter hearted way than when we came in. That does not mean that, oh, we just pretend that it's all fun and we pretend that everything is great and we're just going to assume that everything, you know, we're going to look at everything in a childlike la. Okay, that's not what we're saying. But what we are saying is allow yourself that playfulness. Allow yourself to not be so serious all the time. And even in the challenges, it's good to go do something that allows you to blow off that steam in a healthy, positive way that is still fun, is exciting, and it lets your inner child come out and have a good time, right? Trust. So this is interesting. I don't know if you noticed the cards, and if you don't, you can go back in the reading and you'll see. Actually, I don't know if it was now. I think both trust was on the top of both of these. Anyways, you got trust, and it says trust your decisions. March to the beat of your own heart. March to the beat of your own heart. This is a lot about you finding your path for you, because again, remember, you don't need the approval of others. You don't need the approval of others. Not everybody's going to approve of what you do. And that's fine. But they don't have the right to rain on your parade. They don't have the right to pressure and or influence you to stop, to quit, to do whatever. This happened before when I was shuffling the cards and I was then trying to place them wherever I was going to place them. And I had actually had this deck sitting like here, and it was like, oh, I need to move it over so I could put this deck here. And this exact same card did the same thing. It got stuck and I couldn't get it off the table. That other time I had to slide it all the way over here to get it off. And now it's stuck out again. And we have partnership. God speaks to us through people. We are ambassadors of grace for one another. Partnership. Now, yes, this card indicates a romantic partnership. So maybe the romantic partnership is what's not working anymore. Maybe the romantic partnership is what you're looking for, who you're looking approval from. Looking for approval from. Maybe you're looking for a partnership of some sort, but it can also just mean partnerships as in people who are loving and supportive. It does not necessarily have to mean a romantic partnership. Yeah. And they really just keep drawing my eyes to the partnership and galactic guardians. It almost feels like there's someone, either someone who was a soulmate partner in a past life that is one of your galactic guardians now. That's for some of you. For others of you, it feels almost like you both have galactic guardians that are working on your behalves to bring you guys together. If this is you, then that's what they're saying here is this is why this is the work that needs to be done so that you are in the best health healthy and aligned space you could possibly be in that given moment for the coming together to take place, to happen. Now, sometimes that requires cleanup, the cleanup crew to come in beforehand, which actually, if you think about it, really makes sense, because it's a lot of what the world is going through right now. There's this purging, cleansing process, and, you know, things get messy when we're going through that, right? But once we get through that, right, and everything is fresh and cleansed and aligned, then that's when that which is in alignment with us, that which is in attunement with us, that's what comes in then, right? But it takes getting our energy and ourselves and getting our baggage, whether that is, you know, physical baggage because we need to declutter, or whether that is mental, emotional baggage, whether that is spiritual or energetic baggage, you know, things that we just need to be able to release and let go of so that we can cleanse up that freed up space and have it prepped and ready for the new to come in. And it can be uncomfortable, you know, not going to lie. It can be uncomfortable, but it's part of growth. And again, the memories are trying to show and tell you something. And they're doing that so that you can release it without repeating. So, you know, maybe there's something that you're ruminating on, or something that just comes to your mind often, and you're like, why does that keep coming to my mind? Because I'm not even really thinking. Well, you might not be thinking about it. You might not be consciously aware that that's there, but there's something in that for you that your memories, your subconscious, whatever, is trying to get you to look at this so that you can learn from it, so you can heal it, so you can let it go, and you don't have to repeat it. It doesn't have to keep coming to your mind. Thank you. Mindfulness. It's funny because when I looked down and it was there and I saw mindfulness, I was like, oh, and now it came all out. Manage your mind. When we direct our thoughts and words towards the outcome we most desire, we ignite grace. Again, let me repeat that. Manage your mind. When we direct our thoughts and words towards the outcome we most desire, we ignite grace. And I would even go farther and say we ignite grace, yes. We also ignite much more. We ignite opportunity, we ignite healing, we ignite just alignment. We align, or we ignite so much. So much can come from that. And I believe you have your steps here. I mean, you know, you have some of your steps here and things to get you started, at least, right? Looking up ways to manifest. Find what works for you. Listening to your memories. Start being consciously aware. Ask and invite, accept and receive, to let your memories that are trying to show and tell you something to come into your conscious awareness, and for you to recognize them in the moment, so that you can work on doing whatever you need to do with that, so that you don't have to repeat it, right? And again, hope. That is something that really needs some healing. It needs some healing. It needs some rising. It needs some rising up and then expanding on that. And again, it's about keeping your ideas and your steps closely to your chest, because there are going to be certain people who aren't going to want you to improve and to grow and expand because they fear being left behind. But again, that's them. That's their journey. That's not yours. It's not yours to fix, to do, to carry. And it's definitely not yours to hold you back so that you can make someone else happy and keep them comfortable. Because not only is that hurting you, but you're also then you're actively contributing to them not being on their journey, to them being out of sync and out of alignment with themselves. And again, remember, you don't need anybody else's approval. All right, so the first one out was slow progress is still progress. I'm doing the best I can, and that is so important. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how many times. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten this card when I've done a personal reading for myself, and it's just like, it can be, very frustrating. I will be the first to admit it, that it can be very, very frustrating when things don't move along as quickly as you desire. I have 5 different things in my chart as an Aries. And if anybody knows anything about Aries, we're doers, we're goers, we're fast, we're quick, we're fire, we move. And when things don't move that way, it's a challenge times 5. Times 5. And it would be, but I've had to be mindful about that. I had to keep reminding myself. But progress is progress. And again, it can be challenging. It can be frustrating. It can make you downright angry. You can have your moments where you just have your meltdown. But acknowledge that. Allow yourself your process. Now, you don't want to get into a meltdown and stay there and have that be your state and way of being, thinking, doing, feeling, etc. as a norm. But you can, when you work on something, you've been working on it, and it could be weeks, it could be months, and for some people it's years, and it can be very frustrating along the way, right? But everybody has those moments. Allow them, process them, release them, right? Invite that healing to come in. Release these things. Speak these things out, right? I see now. I was so frustrated and upset, but I see now this, right? And then the other one we have is I am safe to be my true, authentic self. Again, we don't need the approval of others, and we don't need others trying to keep us small because they're afraid of then having to do things on their own. They're afraid of losing their crutch. They're afraid of, well, if she leaves, then what does that leave me? Now I got to figure out who I am, or, blah, 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 blah. And, well, yeah, that's kind of what we all have to do, right? It's part of growth. It's part of why we came here, was so that we could learn, so we could heal, so we could grow and get stronger and ascend in alignment, in happiness, in joy, so that we could find our true selves and be strong in that, so that no matter what's going on in the world around us, we are able to stay peaceful within, calm within, right? All right, one last card. What do we have? They're saying 2 cards, one in here and one in the other. Okay. Oh, that's way too many. Way too many in that one. Sometimes it takes a while for the card to come out, and you just need to, if you don't want to sit here through that, then you can fast forward and go to where the card has been pulled. Okay, can we get out the card that you want to come forward? Please. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for these messages. Thank you. Oh my gosh, where did we have that? Oh, I think I just said it when I was talking about manifesting. I think I mentioned meditation somewhere in here, and it's, finding your way to do that. It says, Dear Universe, reveal to me the true gift of surrender in meditation. So be it, so it is. So again, in that meditation, right, there's thousands of ways to meditate. It's finding your way to meditate. And there's thousands of different focuses in meditation. You can have your own combinations and switch them up as according. You know, as you change, that may change. But again, meditation is a great way to help bring these memories into your conscious awareness. It's a great way to go through the process of healing your hope. It can be a great way to find your way to manifest. In addition to being, or I should say, as part of being a multidimensional ascension coach, I'm also a meditation guide. And I love being able to, whether I'm recording it and do it for myself or I do it for someone else, that just that downtime, that beauty, that focus, that relaxation of just being in that moment. You know, you're just in that moment. And yeah, you're still working, but it's in this beautiful, calm state. And I just love it. I love it. All right. What else do we have? What else do we have? Thank you. So this is about your physical health. And it says, my body heals itself with every breath I take. My body heals itself with every breath I take. And with that, I feel like a few things. One, salt water. So sea salt, saltwater baths would be very good. If you do, you know, Epsom salts or sea salts, I would suggest doing ones without powders and perfumes and other stuff added to it. But doing a sea salt bath and or Epsom salt bath and a cup of baking soda, you know, healthy baking soda, and just because the baking soda cleanses your aura in your auric fields. But just really allowing yourself, you know, and again, you're going to want to get in there, but you don't want to stay in there past 15, 20 minutes because it'll draw that toxins and all this garbage out. But if you sit there too long, your body will start to reabsorb it. You're going to want to make sure you hydrate before you get in, and then hydrate when you get out. Okay. And taking, you know, our body can do amazing and wondrous things when we take the best possible care we can in any given moment with our bodies. Then it's able to do it more easily. But you know, we all have to start somewhere. We all have to start somewhere. Meet yourself where you are without judgment and just move forward from that space. But anyways, guys, I really do feel like we've been given some really great steps here. Making sure that you trust yourself, trust your guides, trust your source of power, whatever that is for you. Acknowledge that progress, any progress, is still progress. Invite your memories to come forward. We've got manifesting here with meditations, hope. I mean, I feel like you've been given steps to do here, and I feel like you've seen that you have support here. We are being told to be very mindful and to take care of our bodies. So yeah, anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful to you. Again, please don't forget to give those thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, notification bell, as these all help me. They help the channel and they help us to help each other as well as beyond our community to reach others who this may help as well. Until next time.